What up, guys? Welcome to the video. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Michael Smith, aka JUSTMERK. I guess you can maybe call me what you want, but down here in Stewart at Raw's headquarters and the gym down here, doing some training, shooting some stuff for the brand, and yeah, I guess I'm gonna take you through today. It's not my usual day. Normally there's a little dog running around by me, and I'm up in Ohio, but this is what the day looks like. Training on the road, shooting on the road, and yeah, trying to keep everything as consistent as possible. So first thing I need to do today is get some burn, fill this guy up, and then hit some fasted cardio. So luckily the gym is about 4 or 5 minute drive away, so we'll knock that out. Probably pick up some ingredients for breakfast, try to make something close to what I eat every day at home, and then I don't know if we have a little downtime, but I know later we're training some legs with Vaughn, so we got that to look forward to. Probably stop at the warehouse, look at some products, some of the merch. This stuff's pretty sick, I'm not gonna lie. Right?
When does that drop? I don't even know.
I don't know, I just shot it, man.
Sometime soon.
Sometime soon, 100%. Got myself cleaned up a little bit, took the nose strip off. That's just a little breathing thing I wear at night, and then usually if I do faster cardio, leave it on, helps me get a little better airflow through the nostrils. It gets a little congested sometimes, but normally this guy I'm drinking when I'm hitting some cardio, I'll have it at home and just pop it in, down the burn, mix this guy up, kind of something nice to sip on when I'm hitting the cardio, but I'll throw this in after. Really, like, I'm not in a deficit, so I really don't need the EAAs. But at this point, it adds a nice little flavor to the collagen because that's unflavored. But I do really like this for like hair, skin, nails, joints. I mean, I've been taking this guy, probably a year and a half or so since I first started working with him, and it's definitely smooth. I mean, this is coming from a guy who really doesn't do much for skincare. I do cold water. Like I'm kind of anal about it, but as soon as I'm done working out, cold water on the skin, make sure all the sweat gets off, or at least most of it, and then hit the collagen once a day. Maybe that, and God's blessed me a little bit, but so far the skin's pretty clear, so that's the formula. Alright. First things first, we need some eggs. Grab some oats. And I think that's it. I'm just gonna mix it with a little bit of water. Sometimes I'll do almond milk, but we'll go with the water today. Throw in some protein powder, add a little extra protein and flavor. And I think I got everything else, so we're good.
toss and turn at night, stuck in my thoughts, staring at the ceiling, asking myself, why am I doing this? Is any of this even worth it?
Good, let's go, come on. Good.
Shit, brother. Really, any solid meal prep company when you're on the road traveling is great. I'll go between weeks where I really track macros. I'll do it for 2 or 3 weeks, and because I typically eat the same thing all the time, I'll chill for like maybe a month or so. I'll be eating the same thing, and then I'll go through another 2 or 3 weeks where I'm like, I think I'm close, but maybe I want to tighten up a little bit more. So then I'll track things, and usually it just ends up being me manipulating my carbs a little bit more and maybe restricting them more days than not. And that kind of helps me tighten up, and I like that look. And you know, my performance in the gym has still been steadily increasing. And I think that's just a product of solid nutrition, where I'm not taking my calories too much when I do want to tighten up, paired with just better and better training over time, where you know, with bodybuilding, it's not just moving the weight, but moving the weight with intent. You know, trying to fire a specific muscle or group of muscles. And I think the more I do it, I've been doing it 6 or 7 years, the more I do it, the better I get. So ideally, year to year, I'm better and better at that. But where am I going with that? Oh yeah, so nutrition, kind of know, like I said, right now I'm not putting this in an app to track it. Like I'll use something like macro factor. There it is. So yeah, it's kind of where I'm at. It's a nice approach. So when I'm traveling, there's a little more variables, but moving around so much is kind of, and not being on prep, it'd be a distraction to me to track. Whereas I can just get these meals, I know I'm getting the right, you know, I can just read the label and kind of mentally keep in check. Okay, how many meals did I have today with carbs? Really 2. I had a little bit of quinoa with that meal we had before the gym, and then a Vaughn's treat. So again, that's pretty minimal between the 2. But then I have my oats in the morning, like I normally have, 80 grams of those oats, and then I have this sweet potato. So I'm like, okay, that's cool for the carbs today. If I'm up for another hour and a half, which I don't know if I'm gonna make it up that late because it's 9:30 already, do this yogurt. This is, if it happens, I do this guy. I like to mix in a little bit of dark chocolate, and that's it for me. Like this with dark chocolate, and keep it smooth. Again, minimal on the carbs, a little bit of fat with the dark chocolate, but it's a sugar-free dark chocolate. So I like that, guys. Good little snack. And kind of gets that late night sweet tooth, or curbs that craving at least. And that's it, man. And that kind of flow keeps me happy. And like I said, when I don't need to be stressing over, you know, eating to exact number for my macros, it's a good system for me. It's kind of the happy balance. And like I said, I've been really happy with how my physique has been looking, and still my progress in training, and you know, until I decide to lock in on another show, you know, if that time comes. This little formula's been smooth. Should we go over anything else with him, Mike? I think that kind of gives him the gist of things.
Pretty
right?
good day, yeah.
Yeah, it's a normal day, man. Definitely I think we talked about this on the podcast. I always like that mindset stuff that really puts everything in a good perspective. But it's a blessing just to be able to call this work. You know, it really is, man. And to be able to train, film it, share what we pick up, and even in the lake session, man. Like, you know, Vaughn's been able to pick up so much, I'm sure, over his career. So just being able to pick his brain in between sets on, like, hey, what do you do for this or this? And then, you know, you hear something, okay, I put my feet a little higher, or you know, I like to do like on those calf raises we're doing today, I had done like a static stretch on the calf at the beginning of a set when I'm doing 20 reps, and then I go through my reps. But he does like a 10-second stretch, 10-second hold at the beginning and halfway through in the middle. Like, I never tried that. I tried it, felt wild, man. So like little things like that you start picking up and can add to your toolbox for training, see what works, and you know what you like, and see what you want to stick with. And ideally over time your training gets better, your physique improves, and your knowledge of training and nutrition continues to improve. So to be able to center that or have that like the core of what I do for work in a day is a blessing. And like I said, I'm not always down here working with the company in person, so you know, a lot of that's kind of on my own up in Ohio, you know, working on different stuff up there. So it's nice, it's just nice to be able to be immersed in this kind of environment and just man, I mean, we've been working since when did we start this morning?
8:30.
Is 9:30, 9:45 now. You know, we'll probably be done a little bit before 10, and it's like, you know, it was really nonstop today, but at the same time, none of it really feels like true work, man. Because you and I both worked some strange jobs in the past.
Yes.
And some pretty shitty jobs, if I do say so.
Very.
But those make you appreciate this kind of stuff where, you know, we can do this. I can, you know, mess with programming and work with, you know, clients and stuff, and just really just enjoy what I do, especially from like a creative perspective, man. We make some cool stuff.
Definitely.
And that's
really
like,
do.
yeah, that's such a privilege to be able to do. So, man, it's just, I guess gratitude is the word of the day for sure. But that's it, man. I'm gonna wrap up this meal. I appreciate you guys tuning in for what a day in the life as an athlete for Raw is looking like when you're on the road working with the team. And I won't see you in the next video, but yeah, I just check out the next video.